Yo, what's going on with your YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid. And today, well, sometimes what we do on the channel, we haven't done in a while, especially in the year of 2023. We do some holds, some sales. Are these worth actually a hold? I mean, like, yeah, these are for the everyday people. This is for the casual people, like I've been saying. This is for the people that just come out once a year and buy their favorite Jordan 11s. Jordan 11s is very casual. It's the holiday season, the holiday Christmas shoe. That's why they make millions and millions of pairs. Anyone don't remember, the Jordan 11 used to be the all-time hype beast shoe that came out every year that always caused the crazy mall packed, and you know, I mean, we did see a little bit. Well, I mean, this weekend we did see a little bit of some lines and stuff like that. It just, like I said, again, it's for the people that just want these shoes. Now, let's talk about some resale wise. Like, are these actually a good shoes to kind of hold and hang on to? My opinion, the way how things are economy, it is a Jordan 11. It is a black and white. They are not going for a crazy amount of resale at all. If any, only certain sizes might be making a little bit of lunch money, but everything else is basically under retail. Because remember, these things retail at $230. Now, if you look on the apps right now, a lot of people use this, you know, the app StockX and all that, and we're looking at the resale price. So like, most of the smaller sizes, like size 8 all the way to like about a size 9, even a size 10, are going under retail. Bigger sizes like a size 12 and 11 and a half and 11 are going around 240, 250, basically retail plus tax, okay? And I think a lot of people have questions like, why these things go under retail? Well, the thing is, I believe a lot of these stores that are getting these for wholesale usually, because they don't get it for like the retail price, you know, because they are selling, so they are gonna sell. So a lot of these stores are gonna push them out, and no one wants to hang on to these things and, you know, let these things sit on shelves. And honestly, you could probably get these things. There's probably some leftover pairs too as well at a couple stores here and there. And like I said, again, if you guys really want this pair and you guys really just like Jordan 11s, I say go ahead and cop. I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna say these things are probably to go on outlets, discount price. I mean, I don't know about Jordan 11s, you know. I would be very surprised. Maybe some Empoli stores, I could see that. But like, I'm talking about, like, you know, all the outlets, like, are these things gonna go like discount price like the reimagined Royals? I don't think so, guys. I don't think it's gonna be like that, okay? Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Okay? Are these shoes actually a pretty good hold? I mean, let's just say this. If you guys can get these things under retail, I highly recommend. If I can get these things way under retail, let's say 180, 200, I'll literally buy 10 pairs. I will buy 10 pairs. I really would. I would invest in that, or at least I know I can at least move it at retail eventually down the road, make a couple of dollars here and there if I need to move it. But overall, I'm probably not gonna invest, just the way how things are in the economy. But eventually, I think these will get better eventually. I don't know, but I would say stay away if you are planning on holding, because these things could potentially do good. Do not hang on to the smaller sizes. Size 8.5 all the way to about a 9.5 are probably not going to do much. They're probably not going to do anything, to be honest. They're probably going to be staggered where they're at, and then you just move on. But the bigger sizes like 10.5 and up, I think they're going to do pretty well. Okay, let's look at an example, okay? If you guys look at the Concourse, I know. These came out 2017 or 18, I want to say. So about 5 years ago, all right? And I remember this release very, very much because I was very surprised that it wasn't crazy. You know, back in 2010 on the other Concourse, or was it 2009? I think it was 2010. It was a very crazy release. And I remember that very clearly because I was at the mall waiting in line. It was craziness, all right? Now, if you look at the Concourse prices, I mean, we're looking at, they have went up to about 400, 430, 450, and even the bigger sizes at like 500 and high 400s. If you want to hang on to these things for 5 years, that's a little different, but I don't think these things will do Concord numbers. I think these things will probably do what our cool grays are doing in a little bit. So this will be a super long hold haul if you do want to hang on to them. You know, like let's say maybe a couple pairs here and there. I definitely wouldn't invest in now. Maybe later down the road. Cool Grays came out in 2021. Hey, another great colorway, OG colorway. This was actually one of the reason why all the craziness started with Jordan 11s. If you guys remember in 2000, or I believe it was like 2001 when they first announced the cool grays. I remember the malls were crazy packed. But that's another story. Smaller sizes not doing much. They're stayed exactly where they've been. These things has been at 280 throughout the whole time in 2021. But if you look at the bigger sizes, size 10, 12, 11 and a half, 13, we're all looking at mid 300s and 360s. That's what I could see the DMPs do in the long haul, probably about 2 years, to be honest. Because we have to wait till other Jordan 11 releases. We're gonna have to wait till these things eventually sells out, because I do think we're gonna get a couple restocks here and there. We're gonna get some returns from Nike, that's for sure, especially in the economy, in the way how things been, the economy that we're in. I'm pretty sure we'll see some reservations and stuff like that. Like we'll see a Jordan reserve on these things a couple of times. So it's gonna take a long hold. Probably won't recommend if you guys want to hang on to it, but just saying, just pay attention. Maybe you guys double it up or triple it up or something, And like for these things to go under retail or basically at retail, I believe these will only go up from here. If you guys remember, Concours, when they first came out in 2018, they weren't going for much either. From that year on 2018 and 19, a lot of shoes were breaking out. A lot of shoes were sitting, obviously once the lockdowns and the economy and all the stimmies and the employments, yeah, that's when everything went up. But you guys remember also years before reselling, I've seen reselling and I've seen the market where it went up, down, up, down. It's always a cycle, right? And for this colorway, I think this is a good colorway. I think this is like a clean colorway, black and white with a little bit of gold. I mean, you can't go wrong with these. It has that Concours look to it, and everybody loves the black and whites. Now, I don't think these things are going to be that as high like a $500 shoe like a Concours, but I think they'll do fine eventually down the road, long haul. So, hey, I think it'll be a decent hold. But yeah, for these things to go under retail, that just tells you how this economy is. It is very expensive. I get that. But just, I don't know, this day and age in this economy, I really don't want to hang on to a lot of things, to be honest. There's just a lot of shoes out there. It's not really good holds lately. I mean, there's only been like 1 or 2 shoes in 2023 that was a decent hold. Everything else has been nothing. You guys seen it. A lot of shoes has been sitting on shelves. A lot of shoes has been going under retail. I think Nike will course correct it eventually. We are hearing that they're going to start cutting production pretty soon. So I'm just saying, this is definitely a great time to be a sneakerhead. If you guys definitely have the funds, it's a great time to buy sneakers. It's so easy to go in and buy your shoes, get a little W, do a little bit of footwork. It's so easy, right? And not only that, there are some hype shoes. Let's say you take an L on. Some of these shoes, even the hype shoes are going for a little bit under. I mean, there's some really hype shoes that are going crazy. Don't get me wrong, but most of the stuff is just a little bit over, and you should be fine. Even with the Kobe's that's coming out. Even with the Kobe's. And we'll have to wait and see about those guys. I don't know about that one. Those look like it's gonna be pretty hyped up, but I think those things are gonna go down a little bit too as well. So a lot of topics: is sneakers dead? Is reselling dead? I do believe reselling has definitely been slowing quite a bit in the year 2023. Is sneakers dead completely? Like, have people fallen out of the sneaker game or the sneakers in general? I think the people that's still in it shows that they still love sneakers, that's still in it today. But for the people that just got out of it, they were only in it for the money. They weren't in it for the passion or just the love for sneakers. A lot of times what people do, especially what I do, you get a pair, and maybe the 1 or 2 pairs you have, it basically pays for your hobby. And that's what a lot of times I like to do too as well. This is what we do. We do it for the love for the sneakers, and it's okay. Anyway, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at German Chris on IG, sometime on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm German Chris. Peace.